All right, guys, in this section, we're going to be discussing 535 Holmsley Street in El Paso, Texas. My name is Uncle Jerry G. And a lot of people ask me, hey, why should I buy an investment property? How do I buy an investment property? And where do I make money on an investment property? So in this section, what we're going to cover is we're going to cover where do we make money with this property, right? So the formula that I learned was going to be ARV, which is our after repair value, times 70% will give us our total purchase price. From our total purchase price, what we're gonna do is we're gonna deduct 10% total purchase price minus our repairs will give us our purchase price. A lot of P's, purchase price, right? So if you look at it backwards, it's gonna be, we're gonna buy the property, our purchase price is gonna be X amount of dollars, we're gonna put in X amount of repairs, we're going to take our closing cost, and this is going to be our overall cost of the project. Meaning when we have the overall cost of our project, we're going to be able to sell it at this price, and we're going to make this amount of profit, right? So what we do here is, let's apply a number to it now, and we're going to use 535 Holmsley for it. It's a 3,598 square foot property. So what I do is usually in the area, houses are selling for about $120 a square foot. 3,598 times $120 a square foot will give us, and that's conservative. Usually stuff is going for about $140 a square foot, more or less. It's a half acre. It's ranch. You can have horses and stuff like that. So 3,598 times $120 a square foot will give us a after repair value of $431,000. Cool. So 431 is our after repair value. This is going to be 2023, 2024 standards. Usually the women are the ones that buy the houses, so we got to make sure that the kitchen is nice, that the restrooms are nice, and it's top notch. We got to use the latest finishes, colors, lighting, and all that good stuff, right? So if we multiply that times 65%, I'm sorry, 65 went out. So 431 times 0.65 will give us a purchase price of a total purchase price of $280,000. We're gonna take $28,000 as our closing cost, minus repairs. On this one, I estimate somewhere in the neighborhood of about $80,000 to bring it into the standards. So $80,000 in repairs, meaning that we would need to buy this property 280, 1, 2, 3, minus 28,000, minus 80,000, $172,000. Meaning we're gonna put $172,000, we're gonna put $80,000 in repairs, we're gonna put $28,000 into closing costs and other expenses. Our total project cost is gonna be $280,000, and we're gonna have a potential profit of, let's pull out our calculator, 431,000 minus 280, 151,000 in potential profit, right? Who would like to do 150,000? So from here, there's a couple of ways, right? We need $280,000 to complete this project, right? So we have lending lined up where they'll lend us 90% of the 172,000. We have lending of 90%, so that gives us 17,200 as our down payment. We could get 100% of the repairs financed depending on your expertise, so we don't need to come in with any repairs. We need to put in the 28,000 in closing costs, meaning, boom, these are taken care by the lender. So we need 17,200 plus 28,000. That'll give us a total cash to close on the property of 45,200. So it's easier to pull up 45,000 versus coming up with 280, right? So there's a couple of ways that we could do the 45,200. There's credit cards, there's partnerships. See, one of my first flips when I started partnering up with my cousin and say, hey, you know what, let's put half and half. I started pulling out credit cards. I started selling vehicles that I didn't really use. I started selling stuff that I didn't really need for 30 days. And that's how I was able to come up with my down payments to flip this house. So it makes sense to invest $45,200 with the potential profit of about 150, right? Heck, even if you're tripling, you're almost quadrupling your money technically. So there's a couple of exit strategies. Exit strategy number one that I would use in this property is gonna be the following. I would have exit strategy number one would be a wholesaling. So what we can do is we could close on the property and then put it up on the market right away. Currently, the price on the property that we're selling it for is gonna be $159,000. Technically, we could sell it up to 170, but we wanna leave some room for the end investor to make some dough, some quick dough. So we could wholesale it. If we're at 159, we could easily try to put it on the market for about 190 minus 159. That'll give us a total spread of about 31K in potential profit. So that will be strategy number one. By this time, you should already have your contractors lined up. You should have everybody lined up to work on the property. And then if that doesn't work, then we're gonna fix it and go for the 150K in profit. That's exit strategy number two. Exit strategy number three would be you could rent it. Usually it goes for about 1% of the market value. That's what you would calculate your rentals for. Or number four is you could sell or finance it using an advanced strategy that we use here. If you're interested in learning more, call the number below. We got mentorship programs. We sell investment properties. We have container homes. And if you want to come work for us, we're here. See you in the next one.